on the occasion of the first sounds in the Chan Center. Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest conductor, Mr. Bing Tong.
As I still remember standing on that stage. Bing was conducting O Canada, and he was so nervous. This whole thing started 30 years ago when we first moved here from Hong Kong. The inspiration came from my father, actually.
My father has always been very charitable-minded. I think it's just make all of us very proud and very grateful for the opportunity.
Our family has always believed in supporting education and culture.
It is our duty and it is our responsibility to give back.
The university is so grateful to the Chan family for their remarkable gift. 20 years later, the building has become the heart of the university. And we now see a new generation of the Chan family who are committed to carrying that tremendous legacy forward.
It's the scale, it's the beauty.
It's a really unique space, and it brings in really interesting programming.
This building becomes a sort of a bridge to the community, so it was a reason for people in Vancouver to come out to the university.
Bing was a visionary designer.
For us, it was a really exciting commission. It was our first big commission in North America, really.
One of the biggest assets of this site was the forest.
And a lot of these trees are over 100 years old, and so from the very beginning, we conceived the building as something that would nestle into the trees.
I think the glass lobby is a masterpiece itself.
We really wanted to make the wall between the outside and the inside of the building disappear as much as possible. And we tipped that glass on an angle so you don't see a reflection. The approach to the acoustics was very, very important.
Acoustics was a priority.
Part of that was in the selection of the acoustician. But what Bing did was very clever because he said, why don't you build the ideal hall for an acoustic point of view, and then we'll turn it into architecture. There's some adjustability built into the room. The room is lined with acoustic banners, gray velour banners that slide down the back. And then the other element is over the stage, and that's the acoustic canopy. And that's an extraordinary sort of piece of engineering. And if you look at the building, what you see is really the structure. So we had to detail the concrete really carefully. So all the screw holes where the plywood joints are in the concrete has all been very carefully worked out so that it was beautiful. There's a real sort of sense of hand finish to this whole building. Literally there was, because it had every square inch of those walls was carefully broken up, again, for the acoustic performance of the room.
I see the art students, all of them, on their first day on campus in this hall for Meet the Dean. I see them at the end when they graduate. So they bookend their experiences at UBC with this hall. But it's a more focused experience for the students who are participating in the performing arts. This helps them take their performance and move it into something that looks much more professional. They get to feel themselves in that environment and rise to it.
It's important for university buildings particularly to be aspirational, that people are here to develop and to improve, and so you want the buildings, the environment they're in, to be what they aspire to be.
For general students at UBC, this is one of the key places where their horizons in the arts get expanded.
You know, in a place like this, the Chan Center is a cultural hub. It's a place for people to gather.
It's really cool to have the opportunity to come to a place like this.
That's what it is about, diversity and celebration of people's different cultural backgrounds.
We have this huge community aspect.
There's the Chan Present series, the series we put on, and I think those are very intentionally globally minded and trying to be very inclusive and diverse.
The Chan Center Presents series looks for niches that you won't find in Vancouver.
We do the Roots and Shoots events with kids coming in and hearing world music groups playing. We had Anda Union here this year. We're a Mongolian group. And you could see the kids getting excited, and just you could see the minds opening.
What we're trying to do is really take audiences on a journey.
Audiences who visit the Chan Center have extraordinary cultural experiences. Everything from classical and world music to theater and opera to lectures and workshops and so much more.
Some of the best artists in the world from different cultures come and play at the Chan Center. Artists love to perform here. They love Vancouver. They love this hall.
People know that, really neat things happen at the Chan Center.
We feel like we are now giving back to the society. This place has so much to offer.
Most of our concerts will generate that kind of memory for people. Important, formative moments where they feel more a part of a community, they feel stretched in their imagination. This helps to transform people.
How fortunate we are at UBC to be able to say we have a world-class venue for the performing arts, not only for UBC, but for Vancouver and British Columbia and indeed Canada. What we hear tonight would be the opening notes of a symphony that will carry through generations